Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. MJ, I saw that you were hanging out in chat asking if it was 8 p.m. yet. The answer to that is no. No, not yet. It doesn't matter if you're Eastern Standard or not. No, it's not 8 p.m. Lorenzo, great to have you here. And old man, I will get you. I promise I will get keys as soon as I get them to you. And I hope you are having a fantastic day. And yes, just so you guys know, Scott is he's doing his usual thing where he tries to break Emery and I before the show starts. I see that there are 6 people that are waiting for the stream to start and nobody's talking. What's up with that? Arthas, yo, great to see you.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the Podcast live stream edition. The Podcast is your home for rational crypto news and objectivity, leaving emotion at the door and talking about what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. We are not offering financial advice. We are telling you what we do, and that is all. We don't slow down. We don't let up. Full speed is our only speed. I am your host, Scott, pragmatic investor who has won and lost fortunes, and joining me as always is the greatest producer of all time, Belle. How are we doing tonight, Belle?
I'm having a fantastic day, Scott. How are you doing tonight?
You know what? I'm having a ball. We have a tendency to talk about what others are not talking about and bringing the focus onto use case cryptos because, as we know, these are what drive the market and bring innovation to a world that desperately needs it. The status quo is no longer acceptable, and it's time for a technological revolution. Welcome to crypto, and welcome to the Podocasts. And you know what? That second belt of this second bout of applause, this is just for me. This is just for me. Emery and Emery's sensing a very low energy night tonight. Now, personally, I think it's going to, you know what? I'll tell you what, man, we're going straight to the frame. I want to bring everybody on. Personally, I think it'll be kind of a low energy type of thing tonight because we are continuing to decouple more and more from Ethereum. We're just getting away from it. And I'm about to show you why. Emery, you with us here?
I'm here.
Okay, so just for giggles, because I want to try to really illustrate this point, and I invite everybody in the audience to do this with me just to make sure that this is on the up and up. I am currently logging into my MetaMask wallet, which I had to get the cobwebs off because I have not used MetaMask in a while. I have some AMP. I have a little bit of loose AMP in my wallet, and I'm going to send it. I'm going to send it from my wallet to my Gemini account. How about that? Because we're going to pretend that we're going to sell it. So we're going to hit the next. I'm going to send 5 amp that has a grand total value of about a quarter. And currently, if I was to do it right now, right this very second, the gas fees, and again, I invite you to do this with me. Don't take my word for it. Check your own MetaMask, will be $61.51. It will cost me $61.51 worth of Ethereum. Oh, it's updating. Hang on. Might get better. $56.88. I don't know if you can see there you go. If you can see it, there it is. $56.88 to send 25 cents worth of AMP from my MetaMask wallet to Gemini so that I can sell it. Emery, does this in any way seem reasonable to you?
Yeah, that doesn't seem quite worth it to me.
Doesn't seem like it's quite worth the stretch. Now, we're doing this to illustrate a point, man. All right? Like, we are slowly and surely getting away from Ethereum because I feel, I don't know what you feel. I'm not trying to tell you how to feel. I don't care, man. But I feel that it is almost priced to the point right now to make it unworkable. People spend a lot of time talking about the unbanked, and DeFi is going to help the unbanked, and it's going to bring them together, and so forth and so on. How? I would ask, how is this going to help the unbanked when it costs $65 to send a quarter from your MetaMask wallet up to anywhere that you could possibly turn this into money? Now, we're going somewhere with this. I'm a big fan of the alt level ones. As you can see, look, man, we're doing this as a Cosmos stream, but I'm wearing an ADA shirt, so I'm not picking favorites here. I happen to own an ADA shirt, and I don't own a Cosmos shirt. If I owned an Atom, I'd be wearing that, but I'm not. I have ADA. So we're big fans of this stuff because it's workable. It is workable. And Cosmos, ADA, Solana, so forth, they are doing now what Ethereum says that it will be doing when Ethereum 2.0 comes out. Now, we don't know this for a fact, man. It's all purely speculative. We have no idea. I can tell you, I'm going to guess. Emery, tell me if I'm in the ballpark here, because they always tend to believe you more than me when I'm talking money. Do you believe that when Ethereum 2.0 comes out, that Ethereum is suddenly, the cost of using Ethereum is suddenly going to be slashed by 95%? That instead of paying $60, I could maybe reasonably only pay $6. Let's call it there. Is this somewhat plausible?
I think it'll be a long time before we get to those low levels. I think it'll drop some, but it won't get to the level we're thinking at anytime soon.
And when you say long time, how long are you thinking?
I'm thinking maybe a quarter to half a year.
At least. At least at dead minimum. The entire market's going to have to turn over to try to figure this stuff out. So in an effort to show you guys what we're doing and why we're doing it, we thought it'd be fun to do something here on the live stream that we've never done before. And I know because I put Cosmos up on the thumbnail, and we have effectively no viewers, man. We used to average, we were just doing AMP streams and stuff. We were averaging anywhere from 80 to 100 people would tune in to listen to us talk about AMP and all that. But since we've started our pivot, it's dropped down to nothing. Now, I love and adore each and every one of you. So I'm doing this for you guys particularly. You've heard us talk about it. We talk about it in the Discord. We go on and on about this stuff. But we thought, how much more fun would it be just to show you? Now, again, Emery, you could tell by the quality of his image that he is not at home. Emery's out in Chicago. Emery's not here. How come you're not at home, Emery?
I went to Chicago to pay a visit to a few people.
Yeah, who were they?
I talked to some people for the company Stake or Die, which I work for right now, and a couple of people into the crypto network in Cosmos.
Oh, really? So you're talking to the Cosmos people. So you might have a little bit of a bias in anything that you're about to say. Is that what you're going with?
No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I think it's pretty evident to anyone who takes a look at it that they might consider it a little bit superior. So don't just take my
Well, I'll tell you what. Let me ask you a different question. Solana, 88 or Cosmos? What's your preference?
Due to the sheer amount of chain of IBC inter-blockchain communication, I'd probably go with Cosmos just because there's just so much on there.
Because of Osmosis, right?
Osmosis is a big deal on the IBC. It kind of started it, so yeah. I mean that's a big part of it for sure.
See, now we are getting to it, guys. We're gonna walk you through all this stuff. We got a good hour. We're just chatting this up a little bit here, man, before we get there. Now, there's another one that that I haven't done a video yet that I've been talking about that I'm extremely interested in. Have you heard anything about an Ethereum emulator?
The Ethereum virtual emulator?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Ethereum virtual machine. Yeah, that's what all of Ethereum runs on.
So, one's going to be stood up on Cosmos, isn't it?
I mean, I don't know. So I mean, if you're talking about Evmos, then yeah, I know a little bit about that.
Yeah, I'm talking about Evmos. I've tried to show this, man, that we got a lot of people that are just Ethereum people, man. That's it. They see Ethereum. They want nothing else to do with it. We got a lot of people that are living on centralized exchanges. They won't leave them. This is where they are. This is where they're comfortable. This is what they know. And they're just more than happy just living on the centralized exchanges. Now, I'm fine with that, man. I do my day trading from there. It is the cheapest way for me to do it. I do my day trading straight from the straight from the sexes. All right, I don't do it on dexes ever. It's just not there. The volumes, it doesn't work for me. The aggregate, it's pain. So I do all that from the centralized exchanges. But everything else that is not on a centralized exchange is out on the dex. Man, it is in everywhere else. So I thought it would be fun to for us just to walk through these things and show it live because we've never done it. Now, this is going to be ugly, guys, so please give me a break here. But this is going to be us doing it live. So you're seeing what I'm seeing right now. This is not my active account. This is one that I just generated here to set up to do this live stream. So you can see the different monies up there. I'm not really hiding anything. I don't care. All right. You guys can see what we see. This is not my big account. But we're going to start because we haven't done it yet with a liquidity pool. So we're going to do it with a liquidity pool, and we're going to do it with a liquidity pool on Bacana. All right. So if you guys have seen our other videos, you've seen how I get money from point A to point B to point C. So I will do it from Coinbase. I'm not doing it now, but I will do it from Coinbase. I will make a transfer. Oh, I don't have any Atom left. I already moved it all. I will make it. I'm sorry. I will move. We'll simulate it. So we go to our wallet. We go to send. I will send it from here, and I will send it to my Kepler wallet. Now, once I get it on my Kepler wallet, which is right here, we don't want to show that off. Once we actually get onto our Kepler wallet, from here we go to Osmosis. Now, Osmosis, for some reason, is just not getting the press that it should be getting, man, because it is so ridiculously easy to buy, to stake, to move, to swap, to do everything with Osmosis. And it's a little bit shocking to me that more people aren't doing this. So with my purchase of Atom, I always buy Atom on Coinbase. It's the easiest method. Now, we are doing another one. I didn't do the video yet, but Emery sent it over. So if we have to buy it on like crypto.com, so if we have to do it from there as opposed to Coinbase, we do have a method. We are working away a cheap method to show you how to do that. It's just, for anything that's going to get moved, there's always more than one way. There's never just one way. So we always continue to explore new avenues of being able to get what we need and put it where we want it and to try to do it as cheaply as possible. So once we get it on our Kepler, we move it from our Kepler and we put it right here on Osmosis. Now, once it's on Osmosis, this is where it's easy. All right, this is where we can do anything. So on Osmosis, I can swap any asset to any other asset if there's a channel for it. So if I went to trade and say I wanted to trade, I got a little bit of Atom here. Say I wanted to trade just a little bit of Atom. We're going to do a 0.1 Atom, which is, I think, almost the minimum trade you can do. And I wanted to swap that Atom to pick a token, Emery. I don't care which one.
Let's do a cash.
A cash. Let me find it. Where's that one? Is that on top? AKT, right?
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to swap 0.1 Atom for a cash. We're going to hit swap. We're going to pay the big gas. We're not going to pay the big gas fee. We're going to do the average swap price of 0. It costs absolutely nothing. So as you can see, the transaction is broadcasting. The transaction is successful. So if we go back to our assets and we look for a cash, you see that now I have 1.5 that's sitting there on Osmosis, which is connected to my Kepler wallet. So if I wanted to withdraw it, should I withdraw it?
Sure.
Okay, so let's withdraw it. I've never done it, so it's going to have to create a pair on the wallet. So it's going to ask me, it's going to say requesting connection. It wants to be able to put this onto my Kepler wallet. I approve it. And once it does, it's going to fill out those last 4 little blocks. Now let's make sure that those numbers are right. You should always double check. A cash. So on my wallet, I got a QRQ. I see a GRQ. I see that. It looks good to me. We're going to withdraw 1. You should always leave a little extra. We're going to withdraw 1, a single Akash. And we're going to use the average gas price of 0. And we're going to send it over. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. All right, transaction broadcasting, transaction successful. I'm just going to wait for that thing to show up over in my Kepler wallet.
It's always worth noting, too, you can tell what your transactions are and what are pending if you scroll all the way down on the Osmosis bridge. So
and you can see right where we are right there, guys. See how it's pending? It's spinning up. You can't see it because my microphone stand, but see where that's spinning? That means it's processing. This is what you get. This is what you get when you pay 0. All right, I could have paid the dime and got it done right away, but I'm not. I'm just an insanely cheap bastard. And if it's a choice for me to save it, dude, do you know what the staking percentage for a cash is? Emery, do you know what the staking percentage is?
I don't know offhand, no, but I imagine it's variable, kind of like IOV.
Okay, this particular one is 46%.
Oh,
46%,
nice.
yeah. So, again, for those watching, if you want to see what we do with it now we've pulled that over. We got $1.86 in our cash wallet on Kepler. So if we wanted to stake it, we're going to hit that little stake button. Wait for it. It's going to pull it up. We are now looking at all the validators that are available on a cash, and they have 85. So there's plenty of them. Now, they're going to give us 46%. And I understand that we continue to be very mildly, casual and cavalier with 46%. They're going to give you 46%. 46%. That's what the network's paying. If you put your money up there, they're going to give you 46% of what you have invested over a period of a year because they need your money. So there it is. Now, when you're over here, if you take a look at right here, see that commission? That commission is how much the validator is going to take of the 46%. So they're going to give you 40. I got to move more money in here, dude. 46% is pretty astounding. Okay, so I like to go to the ones on the bottom. I like to stick down here because these are the ones that have the least amount on there. I believe decentralized should be decentralized. And the way to be decentralized is to spread this money all over these validators that are all the way over here. So don't just stick with the ones on the top. I like the ones on the bottom as well. And we're going to do it right here. So we're going to go to Masternode, validator number 85, all the way on the bottom, who has 56,000. We're going to do this. Now, again, you would never do this with Ethereum. I'm about to stake $1. Now, you would never do this with Ethereum because you can't do this with Ethereum, not for $1. So we're going to delegate. If you want to see what he's about, his website is right there. We're going to hit that old delegate button. We're going to delegate 1, if it'll let me do just 1. It's let me do just 1. Here we go. Yeah, I got enough left, dude. All right. Yeah, I think I got enough. So it's going to cost me a penny. If for me to insufficient. Oh, I don't have enough, man. I didn't move enough. I only moved 1 over there. All right. Look, you guys I think you get the point on this. I don't have enough gas left in there because I only got a single Akash, dude. I got 1. And it won't let me stake less than 1. So it would have been no, I think you guys get the point though. So that's that's it. That's all there is to this, man. Now, if we go back over here to Osmosis, again, you can see all of these things. These are all the tokens that you can move. I got 15 sitting here in star name. I got 15 tokens sitting in star name. So let's see what we can just transfer the star name to. So if we go back up here to trade and we go to star name, where's star name? Emery, you should have been at home for this one, dude. It's down towards the bottom, isn't it? I got stars. Is it called something else?
Should be called, it's IOV with the
IOV. There you go. All right, so we're going to try to swap the IOV to, these are what I could swap it to, which is basically everything because they all have channels. So you know what? Let's put it back to Akash. Let's do that. And we're going to swap the max of it. I'm not getting much, dude. The IOV is worth nothing. All right, we're going to swap 10 IOV for 0.21 Akash. On it goes, average fee, proof. And the IOV is on its way to Akash. Once it's on the network, once it's over here, meaning once it's in your Kepler wallet, this stuff is very, very, very inexpensive. Look, man, if you guys want to see us move some stuff around, please type it in the chats, man. We're doing this. We already know how to do this. We already know how to do this. This is in case you don't know how to do this, so we're setting it up. Now, Emery has been getting me very, very, very excited lately about liquidity pools because apparently Emery is hitting those magic numbers, doing the work, doing the grinding, and is averaging. How much did you say? What's your percentage over the month?
So it's gone down significantly, but right now average percentage for I use VVS anywhere from 900 to 1,000.
Wait a minute. Say that again in case somebody didn't hear it. So your average percentage, your rate of return that you're getting bouncing liquidity pools was how much?
Anywhere from 900 to 1,000.
All right. So for those who are not familiar, 1,000% ROI is a 10x. That means what you're putting in, you're going to earn 10 times more than what you're putting in. So we've been getting very, very excited about liquidity pools because you're in this to make money. Emery, why are you in crypto?
A couple of reasons. One, it's helping me make money, but 2, I think it's just a genuine thing that it's gonna help people out. I think that crypto is a solution to a lot of problems that we have in the banking world right now.
Oh, and I agree, man. So you're doing this out of altruism.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Okay, let's see. How hard would you be working if column A was a big goose egg? If there was nothing, you were making no money at crypto, absolutely nothing.
Yeah, just a cursory interest.
Yeah, you would dabble. You'd know about Bitcoin, you know about Ethereum, and you'd know about Dogecoin. That's it. That's what you would know. But when you can turn 900 to 1,000% through your liquidity pools, you guys are going to get back in here. So we're going to do a different one tonight. We're going to be jumping on a liquidity pool that Emery found out about on Bitcana. Now, if you're not familiar with Bitcana, look, man, I don't care if you buy it. All right, I'm buying it. I'm buying it because I believe in a growing market. Bitcana is a blockchain that completely embraces. How do I do this? Is this going to demonetize us? I don't think so, because we're doing it humorously. It embraces all things cannabis. So if you're not familiar with cannabis, I really can't help you at all. If you're not familiar with that, man, I can't do anything for you. But it's a blockchain. It's a staking token. It's a governance token. It is a fuel for a digital pay rail called Bitcana. So all these head shops that are around, and these are all hooked up, and it's mostly in Europe. They take more of a morally casual attitude towards it out there in Europe, as opposed to the Puritan United States that still says 9. So they're a little bit more casual over there. That's primarily where it's functioning. But me and Emery were having a little conversation about that this morning, about how neat it would be if the head shops here in the United States started getting connected to this stuff and getting aware. They don't have to sell seeds or grass, but they can sell accessories. Isn't that how we get around it, Emery? Accessories?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty common workaround.
I think that's a common workaround. So, I mean, there's several states where it's legalized here right now. Now, I didn't go through their list of partners. They got about 400 different head shops that are connected on Bitcana. So I didn't look through all of them. Some of them might be in the U.S., some of them might not. But here's what I do know about this particular token. It's been around for a while. It's got a couple years under it. I mean, it's been up, it's been moving, it's been growing. Growing. You see what I did, Emery? It's been growing. You get it? Emery doesn't get it. Does anybody? You know what? I'm still taking the applause. That's funny. That is universally funny. Get it? It's big. It's cannabis. It is growing. So, yeah. Okay. Look, you could get your Bitcana the same way that you get anything else. If you go over here through Osmosis and you go scrolling down and you go looking, you're going to see Bitcana. Oh, look, there it is. So I currently have about 1,100. So I got just most of it's staked. But let's say I have this. I set this up beforehand so that we could play around with the liquidity pool. So Emery found us a liquidity pool for Bitcana and Osmo. I wouldn't have thought that pairing, but they did. So if you can see it over here. Now, this is still a beta one. And I'm sorry, guys, but we are definitely off script here. But if you go over here on your Kepler wallet, you see Bitcana. So I just got a little bit over there. This is our staking amount. You notice that there's no stake button here. There is no stake button because it hasn't been fully introduced to the Kepler wallet yet, meaning that we can't immediately jump over there. So we had to go directly to the Bitcana website, the wallet at the site address is sitting right up there on my screen, wallet.bitcana.io. Now, because it is integrated with Kepler, it sees my Kepler wallet. It sees everything that's going on. So you can see how much I have in my wallet, the price of, it's up. It's up today, man. You know what? I was buying this at like 6 cents. So I'm thrilled. I don't know how you guys are feeling about it, but I'm feeling really good. And here's the other neat number see that APR, 32 point, oh, you can't see it. Let me get rid of those X's. Hang on. I don't think we care anymore. One sec, guys. Let me get rid of those numbers because I'm pretty well past it. There we go. 32.7%. That's what you get for staking Bitcana in a growing market. I did it again. That's still funny. So in this case, we're going to go over here to Validators. Now, these are all the validators that you can choose from. 32.7%. Keep that in mind. Now, they have the same type of commission that they're going to pull from your 32.7%. And I ordered these from lowest to highest. So these are all the way down, the lowest ones. And I love this one, by the way, dude. The validator is called All You Need Is Weed. That's the name of the validator, man. You know what? This is for that right there. All you need is weed. Yeah, he's just kind of hitting it. But look, we got Stakely.io, we got Forble, we got Stake Lab, we got everybody. So if you wanted to stake it, it's just that easy. You would come over, you'd pick Super Skunk, and you would delegate. Now, I'm not delegating this because we're going to set this in a liquidity pool, but we thought you guys might like to see that. So we're going to go ahead and do it. Now, I haven't done it here before, so Emery's going to be taking us through this. But if you wanted to delegate, that's exactly how you delegate, man. You are staked at 32.7% in a very, very good token. It's not that hard. All right, Emery, so I'm on Bitcana, and I'm going to earn. Yeah. Now, this is where we're going to find it. Why don't you explain liquidity pools?
So, liquidity pool is ultimately pretty simple. It's kind of like, well, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a place where there's just a pile of money that can be doled out depending on what kind of pair you're willing to swap. So, for instance, Scott, if you're on the Earn tab in Bitcana,
I am.
you can see that there are two trading pairs. There's Bitcana and Atom, and Bitcana and Osmo.
Why, yes, everybody does see that.
So what a liquidity pool will do is that you can basically lock up some money in Bitcana and Osmo, or in Bitcana and Atom. And it's kind of like staking, where you kind of keep your money there for a while. But the purpose of it is to provide liquidity for people who want to trade those pairs. So when you go to Osmo and you do that swap, that wouldn't be possible without providing liquidity.
Yes. So we're up here, and right now we're picking BCNA and Osmo. And again, this thing is connected to Seize My Kepler wallet. So we're going to hit the Start Earning button. And it's coming to a new screen. Now, I haven't done this before. Okay. So what am I looking at here, Emery? This thing has got a pool liquidity of $2,036,000 with bonded 0 and a swap fee of 0.2%. So it is giving me... it's giving me all of my things here. So I have to hit the Start Earning button up in the right-hand corner. Is that correct?
So actually what you want to do is start providing liquidity.
Yes.
So if you go up near the top left-hand corner, you'll see something called add/remove liquidity.
I do see that.
All right. So what you want to do is add your liquidity. So if you have some loose BCNA and Osmo, then if you want to provide the max, you'll just hit max.
Why, yes, I do. So we're going to hit the max and max. So it's putting in 1,093 BCNA and 22.00 odd number of Osmo. So I just hit add liquidity now, correct?
Yeah, and another thing you can do is you'll see a little checkbox in the bottom right-hand corner. They'll say single asset LP.
I do see that.
You can provide LP or liquidity pool or liquidity points for just one of those aspects, but we want to do both because both means more money.
Yes. All right. So I've got them in. I hit the max, and I'm going to add liquidity now, correct?
Add liquidity.
All right. So it is spinning up, and we're going to go with the average price of 0. Wait for it. Transaction broadcasting. Now, I can't see this on the Osmo. I don't think I'm going to see the spinning wheel on this one. All right. Transaction successful. And available LP tokens, $254.
LP tokens basically represent what your liquidity providing is. So basically, you're the game. So now that you have your LP tokens, you can start earning.
Okay, how do I do? Oh, so now I hit the Start Earning button.
Exactly.
All right. We can do 1 day at 49.19%. We can do 7 days at 78.71%, or we can do 14 days at 98.39 or 98.39%. What do you recommend?
I was thinking about doing it for a week, because what we could do is we could come back here next Thursday and see how much you earned.
Bet we're going to do it. All right, so we're clicking the 7 days. So I should be getting 78.71%. There's no way that's right, dude. There's no way that I'm going to make 78.71%. You do the math for me. How much should it be? So we're putting in $250. How much should it be 7 days from now? Do the math. Do the math. I'm serious.
I don't have
How can we do this for sure unless we know? Right? How can we do this for sure unless we know? All right, so we're going to hit...
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, hit max if you want to do all your max.
I do, and the available LP tokens are 0.228 and a whole bunch of numbers after that.
Yep, and then you're going to bond.
And now we're going to bond it.
And what that bond means is that it'll be locked up in a smart contract for that period of time.
7 days. So should I pay the nickel? You know what? No, I've been consistent here that I'm going to do this paying nothing. So we're going to continue to pay nothing. Now, I'm serious, man. I want you to do the math, dude. How much should I make here? Because this one, if I do it for 7 days, I get a bonus BCNA with it. I get a bonus BCNA with it.
Actually, Osmosis has a calculator for its Liquidity Pool providing. I don't know the website off the top of my head, but I can find it for you.
Okay, I'll tell you what. We are going to we're going to give away an Ultra Mail key. We're going to do it right now. Anybody who could tell me how much this thing is going to be worth 7 days from now. Currently, it's worth $254. Tell me how much it's going to be worth 7 days from now at our percentage of 78.71%. If anybody puts that numbers in, and Emery agrees that it's probably close, we're going to give you an Ultra Mail key. How about that? Is that going to work? That's a good one right there, and that's what we're going to do. So, Bell, please pay attention to those comments, and Emery's going to do up the math on his end. All right, so where do I see my LP now that I have this in?
Go to Pools.
Okay, yep, and I am in Pools.
Now, I believe you'll have to search for your pool.
I am, let me see. What are the odds that there would be a BCNA on here? Actually, there's a lot of pools. All right, yeah, so we are doing, hang on, we're going to find, I'm looking for the green ones. Regen, oh, God, there's a lot of pools. UST and Osmo. Dude, there's tons of them. I see.
You can add your own pools as well.
You can create one in case one doesn't exist. You can do it yourself.
Yeah, exactly. You can start your own.
All right. Where is unless I
control F and like BCNA, that might be a little bit faster.
Control, I can do that from here.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. BCNA. Okay, there we go. So BCNA and Osmo. There you go. All right.
I believe if you click on it, you should be able to find what you're staking there.
I do see it. 7 days. That's my number, and that I could unbond it right now. What happens if I unbond it right now?
So if you unbond it right now, that means your LP tokens will be returned to you, and you can also remove your liquidity. You basically won't really get anything since you've only been bonded for a minute.
Yeah, I know, 60 seconds. But I do have the option to pull it out, right?
Yeah, you can pull it out anytime, and that's the difference between providing liquidity and staking. With staking, you have to keep it in there for a certain period of time. With providing liquidity, you can drop at any point. However, if you don't keep it in there for the specified period of time, your APR and rewards will be significantly reduced.
Okay, so we got our first number up here. So Cartha says that my balance should be $257.84 a week from now, so that I'll have earned $3. Does that sound correct, Emery?
I have no idea. I haven't got a chance to calculate it yet.
Do the math, man. What are we doing here? We've been talking this whole time, and you said you were going to do the math. So at my APR of 78.78%, bonded in here for a week, that I will earn $3. That's where we're putting it down right now, and I want to see if that's correct or not. Dude. What do you think about that, Belle? What should my number be?
I think it's going to be closer. I actually agree with MJ. Yeah, I think you're going to hit right around 453.
So Ryan's coming in at 450 to 455. And I don't know, man. That seems like exceptionally high. I understand, but I don't play around in liquidity pools. I'm learning this as you're learning this. All right. I'm a big fan of staking. I'm a big fan of staking APR because not only does it generate me a just crazy amount of return, but it also protects my tokens. Now, it protects my tokens because these things, while I'm staking, these things are locked in a contract, man. All right, so they're not going anywhere. That means the central exchanges could get hacked. I could get hacked. All this stuff could get hacked. But that money that's locked in that contract is not going anywhere. So I'm a big fan of that. If nothing else, I'm earning and protecting my money at the same time. So there we go. Emery's doing the math. Hang on. We're going to find out who's where and where we're at. That's what we're looking for right now. So
something to also keep aware is that while you provide liquidity, just like anything, there is a risk reward factor.
Oh yeah, that number can change.
Yeah, exactly. And the biggest thing you have to worry about in providing liquidity is something called impermanent loss.
Yeah, what is impermanent loss?
So an impermanent loss is basically there's a reason why liquidity pools ask you to stake half and half. of a particular token pair. So you did half of Bitcana and half of Osmosis. So if one of those two tokens were to have some severe volatility, then you could lose out on some money if you had not provided liquidity in the first place. So what impermanent loss is basically, say Bitcana swung wildly up, say like 2 or 3 times.
I like that. It should do that.
Well, what will happen is that since you're providing liquidity, what any rational person would do is that, well, because now your liquidity pair is a little off balance, that means that there's more Bitcana than there is Osmosis, basically making a price difference that would drive down the price of your Osmosis that you provided. And basically people would swap for Osmosis more, and that would basically level out the market. That's how the economics works here. So you would lose out on a little bit of money depending on the volume that you've traded. So
but if my Bitcana went up 3 times, yeah, I don't mind, because when I unbond it, my Bitcana is worth 3 times what it was when I put it in there, man. I understand I get what you're getting at, man. There's not a lot of downside. As long as it's going up and not down, I'm fine with it.
well,
Cool.
even if it goes up, you will experience impermanent loss, up or down. It's volatility that matters, not which direction it goes in.
Yeah. Oh no, and I understand that, sir. But I'm just saying, when I unbond and separate these tokens, what I put in, my Bitcana is worth 3 times what it was when I put it in. So at that point in time, I'm not really worried about my my thing so much. Are you done with the math yet, Emery? Everybody's waiting on you, man. We got some crazy answers out here. So I want you to put it up. Over a week of me putting this in here, did I earn $3? So the low end has us at $3.
I'm getting just a kind of a cheap calculator here, so I'm just kind of going to see what happens.
Okay.
What was the APR on that?
78.78%.
78.78%. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Should I play the music while we're waiting for you to do this? You knew we were going to do this. We talked about that we were going to do this, and now you're sitting here embarrassing me in front of my guests, man. All right? This is the next level stuff. By the way, guys, Emery's going to do the math, so I'll go ahead and monologue here a little bit. This is the next level stuff that we keep talking about. This is what we are bringing out and hitting on the Discord. There is so much money that lives off from the central exchanges. Now, I'm an avid day trader. You guys know I'm an avid day trader, man. I make no illusion that I'm an avid day trader because I'm willing to take the risk. That's really what it is that I'm willing to take the risk. But when you start getting out into doing this, into the heavy staking with the high percentages and the liquidity pools, all right, guys, your risk window goes way the hell down, man, because you're earning a different way. You're putting your money to work. You're not counting on the whims of the market. You're not counting on people buying and holding and hoping for the best. You're not doing all that. You are putting your money to work. I resent bags, man. I'm getting to that point where I just absolutely resent bags. Let's take AMP. You guys know I'm an AMP fan. All right, I'm all over it. It is impractical to stake AMP at the percentages that Flex is giving you. Now, it's necessary to make AMP work. That's how Flexa works. It is very, very, very impractical to stake it because it costs so damn much. Let's check. We've been talking here for a good 40 minutes. Let's see how much it'll cost me on Ethereum now to move my AMP from point A to point B. And it will now cost me at this moment $66.69 to move 5 AMP. Now, again, the volume doesn't matter. It could be 5 million AMP. It'd be the same price. But it's going to cost me $66. It's updating. $70 now at this moment for me to move AMP from MetaMask to Gemini. You guys just saw us moving tokens to hell and gone on here on Osmosis. And not only are we swapping them, we're swapping in between themselves. We are putting everything everywhere, moving it from wallet to back to Osmosis, staking them and doing all of this. And I got to ask you, because you guys have been, for those of you who've been watching, how much gas have I spent so far? How much has come out of my wallet? What did I lose by doing this? How much was directly out of my wallet? You all know the answer. I don't want to say it. I want somebody else to say it. So that's how much it cost us to do all of this on Osmosis. Now, when you're looking at some of these products that we're talking about out here, Emery, are you still doing the math? My God,
No,
man.
done.
Okay, how much? Give us the number.
So I'm calculating approximately $7.48.
All right, so $7.48 is what I'm going to be making a week from now. That's what you're saying. So it'll go from $254 to $261.
That's my bet.
Okay, so if I would have 10x this one, so if I would have doubled it up, let's say 10x. So if I would have went $2,500 in this stuff here, I'd have made $70 in that week.
Yeah, possibly.
With effectively zero risk. Just putting it up, I'd have made $70 because I did the short one. Now, I would have made 20% more if I did it for 2 weeks. And there you go. Now, what Emery is doing, guys, we're doing this to illustrate the easy way, the simple way. Now, what Emery is doing, what he is out there chasing these liquidity pools through VVS. So where we're seeing 100%, which is still a good damn, that's a great ROI, 100%. Emery's doing 900. Emery's doing 1,000%. So where we would make $7 doing this right here, Emery's going to make $70 doing the exact same thing in the same week over there. Again, I understand it doesn't sound like much, man, but from here it's all about scale. It's all about volume. We're doing this with just pocket change, $250. I happen to have some loose money on there, so we're playing around with it. Now, do this with $25,000. And now where are we at? Well, now where are we at? Because now with that $25,000, we made $700 in a week. In a week, $700. Do the math. Break that out over a month. Break that out over a year. So your $25,000 putting this stuff to work is not only profitable, man, but it is stupidly profitable. Don't forget, your tokens are still appreciating assets. All right, they're not just sitting. It's not worth 11 cents and that's it. Once you stake it, the value doesn't change. The value changes constantly. It's worth what it's worth. It just happens to be bonded. So I'm trying my damnedest to figure out. I'm really trying my damnedest anymore to figure out why I'm still day trading. Guys, there's a reason that I don't talk about it so much on the Discord. By the way, if you're not a member of the podcast Discord, we have a Discord. But there's a reason that I'm not talking about it so much, man, because I am literally losing interest in it. For me, it's not even about the money, man. It's about the thrill of victory. I just like being right. I like putting in 5,000 and taking out 5,500 because I was correct on a trade. But when I'm doing this, all right, guys, it is strictly volume because I'll have 10 trades going at the same time of $5,000 each. I'll have $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 on that board at any one time. So when the worst should happen, I am wrecked, absolutely wrecked. I'll continue to do it because I know I can build it back up. But this is... This is what we're doing here, man. And the more I get into liquidity pools, the more I get into these high-stake coins, the more I get into this, the more interested in it I am. Now, this, again, doing this through a liquidity pool. But let's try this because I wonder how hard it is to find something that is stakeable at about 100%. Emery, do you think anything like that exists?
Absolutely.
Let's find out. Let's go to our old Kepler wallet. And let's take a look at Osmo because I'm a big fan. So let's take a look at Osmosis. I can stake this and earn up to 108%. 108. I put just a couple bucks in there, and we're already cranking up. But I'm changing on my big account. There's more in it. But this is what we did jumping around to find a liquidity pool. You can get 100% on Osmo right now. 108% right now. And it is not hard to stake. Let's go to stake. Let's find out. Oh, look, there it all is. All of my other money is staked in here on my other account, but that's how hard it is. All right, we go up here, we pick and manage, we delegate how much you want to put in. I don't have any on this account again, but you get the point. How much you want to put in, delegate, and boom, you were off, earning 108% on what you put in there, man. So Yeah, it's a struggle for me anymore, man, to try to figure out why I'm day trading. But the biggest struggle for me is trying to figure out why people are still just holding bags. Just holding bags, not putting it to work and not doing anything with it. We always say this is not financial advice, and this isn't. All right, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm showing you what we do and exactly how we do it. So that's kind of the rundown on this one, guys. All right, you saw staking, you saw Cosmos, you saw Osmosis. If you're not familiar with Osmosis, it's right here. You saw the Kepler wallet and how well it works and how easy it is to stake once you're actually over here on Cosmos, because again, Cosmos is doing now what Ethereum wants to do. Cosmos is doing it right now. So for us, it just seems to make more sense to take advantage of what's happening now as opposed to waiting for somebody else to try to develop it. But yeah, as far as like the just holding bags, man, I'm not interested. All right. So again, guys, I do apologize for not giving my call outs and all that stuff, man. I'm losing interest in it. It is so much easier to just put it in here and just let it grow and just take advantage of that. And I'll tell you what, it's done my heart a lot of good. It's basically playing now. That's kind of what I'm doing day trading wise. I'm just kind of playing around. I'm horsing. I'm nothing's changed. I still take the profits and I put them, but this is where I'm putting them. If you guys were wondering where I'm putting them, these are where I'm putting them. And yeah, they're not in a lot of Ethereum tokens because we are locking Ethereum tokens because it's impractical to try to move them unless you're moving sheer volume, where $80 for the transaction is, just not a big deal. But for your average person, man, that's a lot of money. All right, that's a good deal. We got people that are just investing $100 every other payday. So if you're talking about an $80 fee to move it from point A to point B, man, that's not reasonable for them. It's impractical. So there we go. Amory, what do you got on your mind, sir? I can see you looking at something.
Yeah, I'm trying to follow you just to make sure that I was leading you in the right direction.
Are you leading me the right direction?
I hope so. We'll see what happens in a week. Yeah, I think that this is a good idea, and it's not for everybody because you can only do this on a DEX. This is not possible on a centralized exchange.
No.
So if you want to provide liquidity, if you want to understand how liquidity pools work, you have to get away from the centralized exchanges and move here because one, I think that the decentralized exchanges provide a little bit of extra security for your money. Remember that on a centralized exchange, that's not really that different from a bank, right?
Nope.
So there's very little difference there. And two, on your DEXs, your money can flow a bit more free form between various types of cryptocurrencies, where on a centralized exchange, not so much, right? So getting used to decentralized exchanges, I think, will do people a lot of good because there's just so much more flexibility on here because they're not regulated by anything. It's pure market and algorithms here. So that's the beauty of them, I think.
But see, what I really like about it is that there's 3 or 4 big competing level ones right now. All right. And we're not talking about Ethereum. All right. Ethereum's still the king, still the granddaddy. This is what people know, even though a lot of people don't even understand it. But between Solana, between ADA, between Cosmos, I love that there are big alternative level ones going up there. And I love that they're duking it out because competition drives innovation. All right. If nobody was pushing Cosmos, there would not be Osmosis. It would not be here. All right. If nobody was pushing, if they weren't trying to get a leg up, a leg ahead, say, hey, man, look, we're here. We're better. Come get your money over towards us. If there was no ADA, if there was no Solana, there would be no Osmosis. Cosmos wouldn't need it. All right. Look, this is it. This is what you get. You want to play here. You're going to play by our rules. But because there is this competition, that's changed, man. It's starting to come over and people are innovating. Osmosis is innovative. Absolutely innovative. Guys, look, we're doing the work of a DEX. It's a DEX. You seeing it. It's not that hard to figure out. So, yeah, this is kind of the direction that the channel's going, man. I understand. We're tanking it. I don't care. All right. I care. All right, man. Look, I've been doing this for a year. I've put a year into this, man. I don't want to lose everybody. But I want to give the best non-financial advice that I possibly can, and I consider this just a better deal all the way around. It is fun to day trade, and I do like to do it, but I'm comfortable doing it because I'm comfortable eating losses. All right, and if you're not comfortable eating losses, this is tough. All right, it is double tough. But when you take some of the standard crypto stuff that we all know, buy, never sell down, never do any of that other stuff. When you take all those, and I think about the people that are just holding on to these things, and their money's not staked. They have no idea really what to do with it. They're buying, they're hoping, they're holding. They're just living on hopium, as opposed to taking this money and moving over to something like Cosmos and putting that money to work. All right, that's a good deal, man. Anything I put on Osmo right now, anything I stake on Osmo with 100% ROI, the value of Osmo, sheer volume of it could cut in half, absolutely cut in half over a year. And because I'm getting such a high ROI, I will still be even. Even if the worst should happen, I'll still be even. If the best should happen, I 2x'd it just on raw tokens, not value, not the value of it. $1,000, now it's worth $2,000 at the end of the year. That's assuming that the volume or the value of the token doesn't change at all. If it increases, I'm still getting paid in tokens. So that's just an up. But I know that at the end of the year, I will have twice as many tokens as I've purchased. That's it. That's 108%. And I just, show me a better deal. Show me a better deal anywhere. Anyway, Bell, we have been we've kind of been ignoring the things, but we wanted to get this one out. I'm more than happy to go long. I don't know about Emery. He doesn't seem like he's into this one tonight. Bell, do we have any questions, comments, concerns, or observations?
We do have a few, yes.
Hit
now, it. Old man actually commented, well, I thought Adam was locked on Coinbase.
Clearly not. I just did it this morning. Oh, but Emery, what was the workaround that you found? Even if it does, again, lock on Coinbase, there's always another way, and Emery found another way. What's the other way if Adam locks up on Coinbase again?
Yeah, so I like using the Crow network a lot. So getting Crow from Coinbase over to your DeFi Kronos wallet, and then moving it to Kepler is
that's beautiful. I didn't think about that, man.
It only takes another swap. I mean, there's a bridge you need to use, but it costs maybe 1 to 2 Crow, which is maybe $1 to use that bridge and swap it. So it's just an extra step in between Coinbase and Kepler. But if you don't have Atom to swap to get over to Kepler, then that's another option.
Yeah, you just put Crow over there. Do the same thing, man. Dollar for dollar, there's no difference. So, yeah, one more step and an insane gas price of $1. Emery, I did all this stuff. I haven't spent a penny yet. A penny. And you're telling me about $1. You ain't doing it right, man. We got to find a better way. Because $1, it adds up. I'm just saying. All right, Belle, what else you got?
All right. So the next one comes from Carnthus, and this was closer to the beginning of the show when Emery was bringing up how much he's making percentage wise. Is your percentage yields, is that yearly or monthly?
Yeah, so those are yearly. And there's a good thing to note here. There's a difference between APY and APR. So make sure that when you're checking to see what you're getting as far as rewards and what your percentages are, you'll need to know, because they're calculated differently.
Yep. Next question, Bob.
Antonio Benitez, how does this work with taxes, Emery?
Ooh, that is Emery. Go ahead, man. Take it away, babe.
Yeah, so I can see this being a very tax advantage way to do things, because as we've always talked about, trading produces capital gains. Every time that you trade and you get a gain, you have to pay on the gain. Now, providing liquidity, however, you're not getting any capital gains here because you're not trading tokens. This is a form of passive income, and it's taxed differently than trading capital gains or normal ordinary income. And it's generally tax advantage, which is great. So it's basically like receiving interest from your bank, more or less. And since you're not actively generating any kind of what's basically called active income, then it's not going to be taxed at the same tax bracket as, say, like your W-2 job, or at 15 to 20% when you trade. So I like this way because it's much lower tax rates.
And let me caveat on that just a little bit. If you guys joined us last week, Emery just ripped my heart out. He absolutely ripped. He went Molaram on me, and he was chanting, and he just tore my heart out and watched it beat, and he laughed at it. Because with the legislation that is going into effect, this is done deal, Emery, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So I make and save most of my money through wash sales. And if you're not familiar with wash sales, doesn't matter now, all right, because they're going away. So most of what I did and the way I was able to do what I do and the way I was able to generate my wealth and all that other good stuff was through wash sales. They're gone. All right, they are going away. Emery, am I not saying that correctly, or are wash sales a thing of the past?
Yeah, so wash sales will be coming to the crypto world in 2022.
Yeah. So because of that, I can't do what I do the way that I've been doing it. I have to pivot. So this right here, what we just showed you, is how I am pivoting. Because eventually, if you keep day trading long enough, you're going to be doing exactly what I was doing. All right, you learn it. It takes a little bit of experience. You start to figure it out. But you're going to be doing exactly what I'm doing now, the way it works for me, and that we can't do anymore. All right, because it is getting out. So we have to find a new way to earn. And the new way that I've been finding to earn is chasing out these high staking and these liquidity pools and all that other stuff. Because, again, Emery, they're taxed at a different percentage rate, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. So we always try to preach smart money here. I wrap up the videos for it, even though nobody's really watching them anymore. But I always wrap up the videos with smart money. This is smart money. All right, this is smart money from so many different angles. It all comes together. And the more you earn, the more you're going to get rear-ended on this stuff, man, if you don't start getting smarter with it. All right, Belle, what else we got?
All right, Cornthus was chiming in saying, we need a devil's lettuce garden validator.
I'm talking about that. We're going to be standing up a couple. I got the racks in, I got the UPSs in place, so we're going to be standing up a couple. I'm having a meeting with Emery's, a friend of Emery's, who happens to be a network guy. So we're going to have a meeting with them. We're going to be standing these things up. And interestingly, man, I was looking at that one. How much would I love? I don't even smoke grass. It's not the point. Point is, I recognize that it's a very active and aggressive and passionate market. So I'd like to stand up a validator for him. I'd love to have that thing over there. But we will most likely be putting one up for Jackal, most likely putting one up for Secret. But yeah, I would love to do the devil's lettuce validator, man. I guess I trust that market. It's not going away. All right. What do we always say? Use case for cryptos. I've been pushing that for a good year. Use case cryptos. That is a use case crypto. Bitcana is absolutely a use case crypto. And interestingly, way back in 2020, that thing had a high of just under $1. Just under $1. I mean, it's a freak thing, I'm sure. But you know what? If it made it there once, the all-time high fallacy could kick in. It could do it again. Belle, what else you got?
All right. So old man was just asking, why on earth are we still day trading? I cleaned up the language a little bit.
Okay, well, he was cussing, wasn't he? Because he's a crab ass. Old man is a crab ass. Why are you still day trading? It's your money, babe. All right, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money, man. I'm showing you, illustrating you step by step what I'm doing with mine and the reason that I'm doing it. I haven't lost my nerve. It's just not going to be advantageous to me to do it anymore, man. It's just not. So we're just pivoting over to much smarter products, less volatility, and high staking percentages. That's just where we're going. It's smart money right now. All right, it is just smart money because it works differently. It's different for taxation. You can't do wash sales. All these are gone. All right, all this stuff is gone. The stuff I've been doing is gone. So we got to find a new way. Now, I'm never, ever going to roll over. Well, hell, they took away my method. That's it. We're done. Roll up, cover the field, take it out. Scott's done. I refuse to go down like that. So we just found a better way. This is the way we found. Belle, what you got?
All right, and last two comments from Leanson and Carnthus both. They both are saying, well, I'm hyping if this channel goes this direction. So they are definitely 100% behind the direction we're going with it.
And I appreciate that, man. Hang on, let's go to the big screen so you can see me cheer up. Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Like I knew we were gonna take it when we came over here, man. The channel's never been huge. I don't think it's ever gonna be. Most people come to YouTube for confirmation bias, man. They want to hear that they made a good decision, and you got people lining up to tell you that you made a good decision. It's not magic, all right? It's not magic, man. It's a lot of folks get into crypto. They have no idea what it is. You guys, people on here have been in crypto for months and months, and some for years. Are you familiar with everything that we just did? And yeah, so YouTube, it's man, it's tough. Not tough like that. I mean, we could always just sell out and do hype videos. Hey, man, buy this, hold this. You're gonna make a fortune. We could do that, man, but it would be disingenuous, and we're not really doing YouTube for the money. How do I know? Because we haven't gotten a nickel in Super Chat tonight. That's Bell's money, by the way. Nobody tipped Bell tonight. That's what we get, Bell, because I took it. Yeah, again, let me turn on your camera, because we took it away from you tonight because it was me and Emery up there being silly. So we took it away from you, and you didn't make a nickel, and it's almost Christmas. I'm sorry, Ed.
And I even dressed up for this one. So
you did. Yeah. You look very nice. Give it up. There you go. Give it up for Belle. So she didn't make a nickel. But again, for all of this stuff here, man, look, guys, this is the direction that we're going. This is where we want to go. I got to move my camera a little bit. It's just smarter money right now, man. They're coming after us. IRS coming after us. And I know you want to pretend that they're not and they won't miss it, or they're not going to be coming hammering down, dude. They've upped their budget by how many billions did their budget go up this year, Emery?
Approximately 13 billion.
$13 billion is being funded into the IRS now that wasn't there last year. Why do you think they're doing that? Why do you think they need $13 billion more this year than they needed last year? Because they are hiring agent after agent after agent. There is so much talk and so much hype going around about crypto now. All right? They are looking. I understand. I get it, man. They're not going to catch you. All right? But give it long enough, they're gonna. All right? They're just absolutely gonna. So if you don't start getting smarter with your money right now, you're going to get a knock on that door someday. You're going to get one of those letters, and it's going to say, hi, we're from the IRS, and we have some questions. If you get that letter. Is that good news, Emery? Does IRS just call to check in? Thank you for being a patriot and paying your taxes.
I've never gotten a call like that before.
Never gotten a call like that before. So just saying, guys. We're still in very virgin territory here, man. All right, just absolute virgin territory here right now. This is in the infancy. It's still in the infancy. So we got to get smarter now. And that's just the purpose of the channel, man. That's what we're trying to do. I know people don't agree with it. Honestly, man, I'm kind of past it. You do you. You absolutely do you. But this is what we're doing. We can earn it safer. We can earn it with a cheaper. And we can earn it with a lower tax burden. So to me, that's a trifecta, man. It just hits all the wickets. This is the direction we're going. I'll keep talking AMP. All right, I'll keep talking the Ethereum tokens. But just know deep down that I'm indifferent to them, man, because they are not the future. This is the future. This stuff is the future. All right, the Ethereum emulator is the future. Everything that's going off from Ethereum is the future, man. We just got there early. And when you get there early, you're insane. When you get there a little bit early, you're insightful. But when you get there, when we did, you're insane. You have no idea. You don't know. All right, guys, look, man, we are coming to the end. That was the last of it, right, Belle?
That was, yes.
Okay, excellent. Emery, you get 60 seconds tonight, man, because I know where you are and I know who you're with. So go ahead, man. Polish up your resume. Emery, you get 60 seconds. Take it away, sir.
No, I'm not doing much special down here, so not a whole lot. But yeah, I think this is a good way to get more into dexes and keeping your money diversified between staking and providing liquidity. I think it's a great way to diversify your money and keep more of it at the same time. with day trading, as we've already said, it's risky. It's always risky. If something suddenly plummets, then you're out. Well, with staking and providing liquidity, the risk is mitigated to such an extent where even if something plummets, you at the very least aren't out any more money than what you put in.
Which is funny too, because we talk about stop limit orders and all this other good trader stuff. We talk about this a lot. And remember that last crash, MJ? Remember all that, old man? How many people got jumped? You all got jumped, all right? And you were stuck with it now. So this is a way to help mitigate it. It's smarter money. All right. I got nothing else, Bell. If we have nothing else on there, I think Cartness got about the closest. So let's get him an alter key. So please go ahead and email Bell. She's right here. We're going to put an alter key in your hand. And yeah, you're going to join the new wave of privacy. All right, Bell. That's all I got tonight. So take us out of here.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who joined us on this live stream before Christmas, we do thank each and every one of you for being here and supporting us. Those of you who, tossed in comments supporting the channel, I can't, on my end, I can't tell you how much that means to all of us here. Now, with that being said, we are going to be coming back in a week to talk about the percentages that Scott there is going to be getting. We're going to see who comes closest to their predictions. Now, with that being said, we are on at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time every show. We love each and every one of you, and we will see you next time.
We are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at ThePodocasts. Also, visit our page at ThePodocasts.com, all one word, for all of our most current content.